Hello everyone. This is a short video on how to configure the Blackhawk Inlet Filter Mat for various curbs and inlet configurations. What we have here is a Blackhawk Inlet Filter Mat right out of the box. It's what it looks like. This particular mat is designed to go over a 18-inch by 36-inch grate. This is the top of the mat. This is the bottom of the mat, and the gray material are the magnets that keep the mat held on to the metal grate. So again, Blackhawk Inlet Filter Mat, multiple configurations, and how to adjust it for various configurations in the field. The first configuration is really simple. It's just an inlet and there's no curb. So this is the Blackhawk mat out of the box, and it just goes over like that. And the magnets will keep the filter mat held on to the grate. The second configuration I want to show you is for a wedge curb. This is used quite a bit in Pennsylvania. It's an asphalt wedge curb. So there's the mat out of the box. When the mat sits slightly up the edge of the wedge curb, it sort of will bend a little bit, but stay on and works great. No modifications to either of these two configurations. The next configuration is an inlet where there's a square curb, typically concrete, something like this. So we're going to start with the Blackhawk mat right out of the box. We're going to turn it over, and we're going to cut off the material at the back of the magnet. So the magnet butts up against the wedge curb. We're going to remove that material right here. We're going to just cut it. Take it off, flip it back over. The mat's going to look like this. And very simply, it'll go like that and butt up against the wedge curb. Very simple. This is the fourth configuration. It's a little more complicated. This is a combination inlet with a sidewall. So here we want to take the mat out of the box, turn it over, and slit cut the material in the same way along the edge of the magnet, but don't cut it fully all the way through. Turn the mat back over and it looks like this, and what we're going to do is actually rotate that cut material up onto the top of the mat to here. And then we're going to zip tie it in place like this. That mat forms this, and quite simply, it gives us both coverage on the horizontal surface and a double layer with some freeboard at the top. This is a very typical configuration. In fact, this is how they're used in Ohio quite a bit. So very simple again. Take the mat out of the box, slit cut so that you can turn the back edge over like this, zip tie it so it stays, and then that gets placed against the square curb with a combined inlet with a sidewall inlet. If you have any more questions about this particular product, the Blackhawk Inlet Filter Mat, go to www.mkbcompany.com.